I can't wait, dude. I straight up cannot wait. We should get drunk every time we do this.
Honestly, we should.
What's up?
Yeah,
Black History Month.
bro. What's going on? What's happening?
Andrew, do you have a brewski?
I don't.
I think you need a brewski. Broski.
Name.
All right, let me go get some.
Get a brewski. Get a brewski.
I thought he was gonna like pull one out from under his bed or something. That would have been hilarious.
What is he doing?
I don't know what he's doing.
Nice.
He's taking my spot while I'm gone.
I got.
Yo, what up,
yeah,
champion?
it's fine. I got mine. I got mine sitting over here to my right. So.
Yeah, I got my little pupper right here.
Oh, are we all gonna do pup cam?
Don't look at me. Look at him.
Bro,
Oh.
we're doing pup cam.
Hang on. Monty.
Fuck yeah.
Monty. Monty.
Oh, thank you, thank you, baby.
There he is.
Thank you.
Pupper.
We're doing pup cam.
Pup
The
cam.
good boys and good girls.
Good boy cam. Oh yeah, good girl cam also. He brought his see if I can get the he brought his lobster. Alright, let's put this back up here.
Bro, why don't you have a lobster?
Alright.
Lilo.
All right, let me go get a drink.
Monty, sit.
You better.
There you go.
I was just telling Thomas I'm in that zone like where I was able to drive home from the brewery, but I'm still in the zone. You know what I'm saying? Like just good enough to drive home, but and then I'm continuing
The good
it
shit.
because I get to work from home tomorrow, so I don't give a fuck.
Nice. Oh shit. So Thomas? Should I get the?
There he goes.
Should I get the Sugarlands?
The what? Get whatever you want, dude.
Sugarlands?
Something. Yeah, so
Welcome
Yeah, I'll
back
do
to
it.
Weird Tangent. I'm your boy Benny B with Tommy T and Andy Dirty Dan, Pinhead Larry Tan. What's going on, boys?
Hello.
yeah.
All right, I'm editing out that whole thing. What's up, boys? How you guys doing?
It'll be on video, man.
Here,
It'll
hold
be
on. Wait for it. I'm gonna go get a drink.
fun. Yeah, go get a drink, then we'll start. Yeah, there you go. Jesus Christ.
Yo, Alexa's talking to me.
Your video's pretty shit, homie, to be honest with you.
What?
I said your video's pretty shit, to be honest with you.
Oh, is it cutting in and out?
No, it's just you're real grainy. I assume because you're on a phone.
I'm grainy. Oh yeah, it's because I'm on my phone.
I mean, the sound, you sound okay. The video is just poo-poo.
Oh, that's fucking annoying.
Bro,
Well, can you
need-
see me good enough?
Oh, yeah. But you need to get like a laptop or
not
something
clear.
so you don't have to keep doing this on your phone. And your phone dies and then we have to stop recording.
Dude, no worries. I got my phone. I'm about to plug it in, so it's not gonna die.
Cool. Is that what happened last
But
time
my
your phone
actual
died?
laptop. No, it didn't even die. I don't know what that was.
Oh,
I
it just
never
cut out?
exited The app.
Yeah.
I never exited the app. I never closed it. Just randomly, you guys couldn't hear me anymore. But I could see you guys, like, I could see your picture still. It was weird. That was weird. I don't know what happened there. But my phone did not die. But yeah, my laptop, the camera broke on it. So,
Gotcha.
but I'm actually about to replace it here in a couple weeks. So, we should be fine soon. Because that laptop's been on death's door for a long time, so
Yeah.
it's about time.
Is it the same one you used in college?
Right? Yeah, my
Yeah.
parents got it for me when I was like 18, and I've
Oh,
had it ever
jeez.
since.
You've had
I
that
mean,
bitch for like
They
8,
got it
9
for me
years.
as a gift. Right? They got they got it for me as a gift when I went to college, so it's done its time. You know, it's had a good life.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
time to
dude.
replace
Mine,
it.
I think mine's still kicking. You can ask Andrew, but I'm pretty sure mine from college is still kicking somewhere at the house. That thing was
Oh, there
shit.
we go.
Everything worked except for it wouldn't hold a charge very well. You like had to keep it. It would only run for like 20 minutes without being plugged in. So like you can still use it, but you just have to keep it. You had to keep it plugged in all the time.
Yeah, this will cut out after an hour. I leave it plugged in pretty much all the time.
Yeah, yeah. Gotta love old laptops.
But yeah, I'm replacing it very soon. So, but I know we like
All
the
right.
video,
All right.
so I'm doing
Has
all the film.
has the brewski been acquired? I say Mac has been acquired. Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Welcome back to Weird Tangent. We're here with Brewskis. How you guys
Brewskis
doing
with the
today?
broskies. I'm
Doing
fabulous.
Glorious. Just glorious. Ben, I would be doing even better if that shirt was, instead of being unbuttoned, off.
Okay.
Well, it might.
Come
We'll
on.
see how the rest of the show goes.
Ben progressively unbuttons more buttons as the show goes on.
We'll see, bro.
Hey,
We'll
I'm
see.
okay with that. I approve.
Dude, you're the only one that supports me.
Yeah, baby. Want to share my anthem?
Hello, baby.
Hey, baby.
Damn it, save us,
Hey,
guys.
baby.
You guys got to come over here and
I
watch
have
the Beavis and
breatheth.
Butthead show with me.
I have
It
breatheth.
is-
You have breatheth.
Ben,
too.
I will do that at any point in time.
Dude, there's an episode where they want to grow a garden, and they think the only way to grow tobacco plants is to bury cigarette buds in the earth. So they go and pick up cigarette buds, and they go to like this high school, like plant class, and they just rip up their garden and put a bunch of cigarette buds
Nice.
in the earth where the garden used to be, and everyone hates them. Like, what do you mean? We're just growing a garden. Out password, and then we'll just watch Beavis and Butthead.
I've got Paramount Plus. Don't worry.
Oh, okay, cool. So we'll just watch Beavis. It'll be great.
Yeah, we'll do
The
that.
show is legit.
We'll do that. Oh, we'll also go to Andrew. So you haven't been. Andrew and I went to the sports store, the sports memorabilia store that's at the Valley Hills Mall. That place is my new favorite store. It's fucking fantastic. You don't even have to buy anything. You can just spend like hours in there.
Dude, I'm down.
Oh, good girl cam. Even though
Good
it's
girl-
grainy
good
as
girl
shit.
cam.
Wait, so
Dude, really?
Thomas, are you going to come over for like 2 hours?
No, I'm gonna stay till 10 or 11. Like I don't have to go home that early. But I can't. I mean, I'm gonna try to leave work at like 3, so I might get there a little early. But I have to come home and take care of him. I would have had to come home anyway to get him. So I got to come home, take care of him, and then I'll get changed and leave.
Makes sense.
So,
Yeah, it depends on
you know
what time
what's
I get out of
stupid?
work too. What's stupid, Ben?
the NFL.
Well, Vrabel and Belichick officially won't have a job. Well, unless Vrabel takes like a DC position, but I doubt
I
it.
just don't. I can't believe that.
That's kind of
There was-
crazy, man. How does Dan Quinn get a job and not Vrabel? If you're gonna hire Dan Quinn, why wouldn't you just hire Vrabel? He's Dan Quinn, but better.
There's a professional football team that plays football in the city of Atlanta, Georgia, that interviewed Bill Belichick twice and then didn't hire him.
Well, Belichick I can understand a little more than Vrabel because Belichick and Pete Carroll, you don't know how many years they have left.
They don't want to just like get an easy Super Bowl. So like, why would
But that's not what's going to
they don't
happen.
wanna
Right, they wanna
breathe-
actually-
But that's not what's going to happen. The only team in this cycle that I think should have hired a veteran coach was Los Angeles, and they did. They took Harbaugh. For Belichick and Pete Carroll, it would have had to have been, because they're not going to do a rebuild, so it would have had to have been a team that is ready-made to go and just needs a coach and like a couple pieces, which is LA.
Atlanta is that.
But Atlanta needs a quarterback. You're not going to win a Super Bowl with Kirk Cousins and Tannehill and these guys that are free agents.
I mean, you could win with Kirk Cousins.
Well, number one, he's coming off an ACL. You don't even know how he's going to be. He's coming off an ACL tear.
I think he's
What
The
pick
the
does Atlanta-
Belichick-
Wait, Atlanta has
Atlanta has
had-
a later pick. They have like a mid pick. You'd have to trade up, or if that's what you're getting at.
Well, I was gonna say, what pick did they have? Because they had what, 7 wins?
10, 11 maybe? I'd have to look. 9? Might be 9. Hey!
They're okay.
What are you fucking barking
They're
at? You can't even see
but,
out the window.
Yeah, like you said, they need a
Dipshit.
quarterback. But still, Belichick interviewed there twice, so he wants to go there. Why not hire him?
I don't know, man.
Got
I don't know.
20 years, 2 decades worth of football knowledge, and you passed up on him. Why?
I guess. Well, again, a lot of
I
these
just
guys,
feel like-
like, how many years does Belichick and Pete Carroll have left? Like, legitimately. I understand that Bill Belichick is the greatest coach of all time, but from a realistic standpoint, how many years does he have left? 3, 4 max? Maybe 5 max years. Max. And
Maybe
who knows?
5 fun years in Atlanta.
Maybe. But what if he plays 2 years or plays? What if he coaches 2 years and retires?
Hey, you know what?
Now you-
I just feel like Bill Belichick has to get a job. Like, how do you not just take him?
Because again, it's got to be the right situation. I think the only one was the Chargers. The Chargers were ready made to go, and they took Harbaugh. So
What if stretching him? You just
If
went to
what?
the Falcons and they bring in like Russ.
Atlanta?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Like they're ready to go except a quarterback.
Maybe. I don't know. The one that
And there's what, like there's 7 quarterbacks in this draft class. You're telling me in the first 10 picks they're all going to go? No.
well, no, but I don't know, man. I just don't.
Like 4 of them are good.
Well, and you know, the league is kind of changing to younger coaches anyway, for the most part. So
Yeah, they seem to want more younger players, coaches. They don't
Also-
really want the hard style of Belichick anymore.
Did you see what
that's the other thing too. Owners and those guys want control now. So, like, if you hire Belichick or Vrabel, you're not going to get as much control as hiring Dan Quinn and
Yeah.
who'd see.
Well, I
Mike
just feel like
McDonald.
that has to stop at some point. Like the teams that let the owners have control suck.
Oh, I know.
The Cowboys.
But Andrew, but whose decision is that? The owner. If the owner wants control, the owner can do whatever the fuck he
Yeah.
wants.
I guess, but
Oh, yeah.
I agree with
I
you.
saw the-
Like, the Cowboys are never going to win a Super Bowl, and it's because of Jerry Jones.
you see what Jerry
So-
Jones said about Dak?
Yes.
That dude's gone.
I
He's
know.
gone.
Jerry Jones, dude.
You know what's gonna suck? You know what's gonna suck if Dak goes to Atlanta and they just kill everyone. Like they just do really good.
He's gonna
I'll be
come.
pissed.
He's gonna be back next year, and they're gonna dump him because his contract's up. Nobody's gonna take on
Well, they-
$59 million in cap hit to take him in. No way.
he just doesn't have the sauce. You know, some quarterbacks, they have the sauce, meaning they know how to win in the crucial situations, and Dak just doesn't. It's
Well,
not in his DNA.
You know what, Dak? People get criticized, but Dak is Kirk Cousins. They're the same.
He's the same. They are the same.
They're solid quarterbacks that win a lot of games. They win a lot of games, but they don't. They never do it in the playoffs. And you're not
When
going to
they're
win a
under the
Super Bowl
lights,
with them.
They can't,
He's
they
Kirk
can't
Cousins.
do it under the lights. Primetime Kirk, primetime
No one
Prime
will
to
be
Dak.
Kirk. He's Kirk Cousins.
No one will be Kirk Cousins.
Well, okay, but Dak
No
and
one
Kirk
is.
Cousins are very, very
They
similar.
are. They're very.
If primetime games didn't exist, Kirk Cousins would have Super Bowls.
except they do. So.
Oh shit. But
But
Dak,
that's true though.
Dak and Kirk Cousins are like B quarterbacks. Like B to B plus on a good day quarterbacks.
They'll win you games, but they won't win you championships.
Exactly.
I would take Kirk. Yeah.
You
And
need
Dallas
at
is
least an
Kirk
A minus quarterback, or in the case of Joe Flacco, a quarterback that just goes on a fucking crazy run for a year.
To win a Super Bowl, you either need an elite quarterback or you need a stellar defense. And
A
the
stellar
Cowboys have
defense
neither.
with like a B plus ish quarterback, a B plus ish quarterback.
Right, with like an average
But in-
quarterback. You can
a
make up for the
defense
average
Hold
quarterback.
on. But to the number one defense and an average quarterback just lost to the Chiefs. So
Lamar's well, yeah, okay.
Like,
But
hey,
go on.
yeah, hold on. This episode belongs to me. I'm gonna talk shit about Lamar for an hour straight. He's a bum.
well, like
He sucks.
there's a
Not top
certain
five.
there's a certain like tier of quarterbacks that can win you a Super Bowl, right?
And Lamar's not one of them.
I agree wholeheartedly. Lamar is like a B+ to A- quarterback.
Can I say something about the Ravens really quickly?
Sure.
And it's because I'm kind of drunk, but also I'm just mad. But again, as we talked about before, right? There are that they don't let the moment get too big for them, right? They just settle down and they play their game, like the Chiefs. And then there's those goofs from Baltimore who played the most undisciplined,
Oh yeah.
fucking ridiculous, immature game I've seen in years.
Dude, I really think that Todd Monken, their offensive coordinator, panicked. I think he panicked and was like, oh, well, we're going to have to beat him in a shootout. We can't run the ball anymore. Like, we got to beat him. We got to score a million points.
They abandoned everything that got them
Yeah.
to that point. It's the thing teams used to do to the Patriots. They would panic and their minds, and that's exactly what the Ravens and Lamar sucked. There's no sugarcoating it.
Well, listen,
He sucked.
do you know what the problem was? And I think, normally, on like 80 to 90% of the time, you defer on the opening kickoff, right? You defer because it's an advantage to have the ball in the second half. But certain times, teams like the Lions that are real hot early, and if they get off to a quick start, they can kind of crush you. You take the ball. I think Baltimore should have just taken the ball because giving the ball to Kansas City and Kansas City going right down the field and scoring immediately was a massive mistake. That turned out that changed the entire course of the game.
The team that scores first usually wins, but they got.
I don't know
so
about that,
in
but
their
I
head.
mean,
Well, that's true, but they let. It was the biggest game in the history, the biggest home game in Ravens history.
Yeah.
Right, and they let it get so into their heads that they became a bunch of absolute goofs. There were 4 personal fouls in the game.
but you know what?
4.
But you know what? I don't. Well, wait a minute. We'll talk about that in a minute. But the thing is, if Kansas City had like put together like a 7-minute drive that ended in them kicking a short field goal, I don't think you change. But Kansas City marching down the field in like 3 minutes and putting 7 on the board, I think Todd Monken got shook. I think that whole coaching staff got shook up. Excuse me, and they just abandoned everything and were like, "Oh well, shit, this is gonna have to be a shootout." And Lamar can't win that way. And Lamar can't win that way. And that's not to say he's a bad quarterback, but scheme wise, he's not gonna beat you that way.
Like, as Andrew rightly points out, they're at their best when they run.
Yes.
And they were only 7 points behind, and they completely abandoned what had won them 13 games.
Yeah. But
And it makes no sense. And yes, Lamar sucked, but I think we should be giving a lot of the blame to fucking Zay Flowers. What the hell is that dude's problem?
Okay.
You get a taunting.
He dropped one ball.
no, he's talking
you
about
got
the
a taunting
taunting.
penalty, and then to make up for it, you tried to reach for the goal line for a
Well,
touchdown,
yeah.
which you do not
Now-
do. You do not reach for the goal line.
Now,
And then, he threw his helmet at a bench and cut his finger because
well,
of
yeah.
that.
But now,
It's
Yeah.
can I ask a question?
fucking.
If what Zay Flowers did is a taunting penalty, why was what Travis Kelce did not a taunting penalty? Why did Travis Kelce not get a flag and that Ravens linebacker got a flag? Do you know the play I'm talking about? It was early. Exactly. Look, you can talk about Zay Flowers all you want, but at the same time, the Ravens were getting called for stuff that the Chiefs were not getting called for. All game
were.
long. All game long.
And did you see that 4th and 1 when Lamar ran for I think it was 12 or something yards? He stopped and let himself get tackled. Like, he was ahead of the guy. Slowed down and stopped to let himself get
I
tackled.
didn't notice
It was
that.
rigged. It was rigged.
But that was a penalty though. Like the Zay Flowers.
No, yes,
penalty.
it was.
I agree.
It was. All I'm saying is it's amplified even more because the Chiefs didn't get called for anything. What Travis Kelce did should have absolutely been a taunting penalty. He started that whole thing. He shoved the guy and was up in his face, and when the guy touched him back, shoved him back, then a flag got called. The ref's right there. He saw everything.
But Vinoy headbutted him. Right.
It doesn't matter. It
fucking
doesn't
stupid.
matter because Travis Kelce clearly started that, was in his face, and shoved him. That if you're not going to call that, you can't call the Zay Flowers thing. You got call everything.
They tend to give the flag to whoever retaliates, though.
That's fucking stupid. That's fucking stupid.
I don't disagree, but that's just how
if you're on the Chiefs, then you don't get it called.
I know.
They missed multiple pass interference / holding calls.
I know. I've seen the
Multiple
montage. Yeah.
All of them were way more egregious than the one that lost the Eagles the Super Bowl last year. All of them were way worse.
Must be nice to be Patrick.
And this is why, like, all the complaints about Taylor Swift and everything, it's not Taylor Swift's fault. It's the fault of the NFL because Taylor Swift is rooting for the Chiefs, and it's the Chiefs, and it's Mahomes, and it's the new dynasty, and they get all these fucking. That's what pisses people off. It's not the fact that Taylor Swift is in the stands, because who cares?
I don't mind her. I mean, she's just there watching her boyfriend. I mean, it's
undeniable that she's good for football. Her being up there is good for football, right? But everything that her being up there has caused has been terrible.
Right. She's not asking for the camera to be put on her.
Exactly.
The NFL knows
Exactly.
What a big star she is.
Exactly.
And but she asked. I think you saw that video when the camera was on her last time, and she was like, "No, take the camera away. Take the camera away." She doesn't want all that attention. She doesn't want to take away from this.
So now, the other point that I want to make here, and I forget who I was talking about this with. It might have been one of my coworkers. Everything about this Chiefs team is just unlikable, except Andy Reid.
Yeah.
Everything is unlikable. Everything. Travis Kelce's a punk. Travis Kelce's a punk, and he's with one of the most liberal humans of all time. He does all these stupid commercials now. So I'm tired of seeing him. He does the Subway commercials, the Pfizer, all this other dumb bullshit. I'm tired of seeing him. Patrick Mahomes is fine, but his entire family is a bunch of retards. Like, everything about them is unlikable, except Andy Reid. Everything about them is unlikable.
Yeah.
So, like, why is this what the NFL wants to be the next dynasty? Like, at least with the Patriots was just because they were good. They were just so good. And Brady had the, like, fuck you mentality as, like, a competitor. But the Chiefs, everything is unlikable. Everything.
They find ways to win, man. I mean, I know the refs help them out, but they just find ways to win, and it's infuriating.
And that's fine.
Yeah,
and that's fine. They're good.
Hold on. They were dog shit until Taylor Swift came around.
They were dog shit. No, they were dog shit till the playoffs got here. They were dog shit till the playoffs got here.
It's because Patrick Mahomes is just a G in the play. He's one of those get me to the playoffs kind of guys.
Well,
like LeBron, and then he turns it on.
You know what else? Who didn't play all playoffs? Anybody? Who didn't play? Kadarius Toney.
Well, hold on. He wasn't the only one dropping passes.
I know. I'm just saying,
Kelsey had a shit ton of passes.
I know, but Andrew, do you know how many plays he ruined multiple games for them.
So did Valdez Scantling, but now all of a sudden he catches everything. Of course.
Well, drops are one thing. Kadarius Toney lost them multiple games.
He did. I think Scantling lost them one.
He may have. I don't remember, but.
Did you see that?
I mean, it's just a joke, obviously, but.
Did you see that he said that they lied about?
He's an idiot. He's such a fucking idiot. Does he not understand that the reason they're sitting him is because he sucks balls? He's terrible.
He is.
I ain't fucking hurt. But they're not playing you because you suck. It's not because they're lying about your injury. It's because you suck ass. You suck ass. You are a detriment to the team.
Those kind of people are never bad at what they do.
Well, yeah.
They are. Every single one of them is top 2 in the NFL. Every single one of them. They're all the best at what they do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If you ask them, of course.
Septum piercing and all.
It's
quick tangent. Quick tangent. The way our name suggests. Septum piercings are so ugly. Can we?
Are.
Yes.
They're terrible.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. I just wanted to get that out there.
There should not be an earring anywhere but the ear.
Well, okay. Wait a minute. So, a nose ring is fine, but a septum piercing is not. And if this ever gets like aired and we get even semi-famous, I know that people are gonna, you know, ridicule. Oh, you're calling out this, but you look like whatever. But it's just unattractive. It's just unattractive. I'm
I
sorry.
agree. No, it just is. It just is. No, dude. Back to the what annoys me about the Chiefs, and I'm seeing history repeat itself, right? Because every team did the same thing against the Patriots. If they went down by even a field goal, they panic and they reject everything that got them to that point. The Bills did it, and the Ravens did it on cue at the same time in like the middle of the third quarter.
Well,
They abandoned everything, and they just went right for the home run ball, which Lamar cannot do, and Josh Allen was not able to do.
So
Instead of just playing their game, which they might have won.
Hold on,
The Ravens
Josh
were only
Allen-
down
no,
by 7.
I don't agree with that. I agree with that with the Ravens. The Ravens, I think the Chiefs went down and scored 7 immediately, and I think Todd Monken threw out the playbook and was like, we got to just go all 20-yard passes and no more running and all this shit. We got to keep up. With the Bills, I think Sean McDermott just didn't make any adjustments at halftime. Because if you notice, the only time that the Bills had like nothing going was those first 2 drives out of halftime, and then they started to kind of figure it out. But at that point, they let the Chiefs get all the momentum.
Well, but also, hold on. Josh Allen played great. Like Stephon Diggs dropped a ball.
Yeah,
There was
he played
another
fantastic.
dropped
He
ball,
played great,
and then
yeah.
the one that he threw to the end zone. If he didn't get hit by that lineman, that would have been a perfect pass.
Well, Josh Allen played a fantastic game. Yeah, Lamar did not.
Yeah, I'm not even against Josh Allen, but like the offense for the Bills in general could not get what they needed. They only needed one good drive.
But
Well,
but do
James
you know
couldn't
why?
get out of
No,
line.
but do you know why the Chiefs defensively made a bunch of adjustments, and you could tell when they came out of halftime, the Chiefs made adjustments and they decided we're going to pressure more, and the Bills didn't make any adjustments.
But the Ravens, a running team, the Ravens,
Oh yeah,
who got here by running, they only had, I think someone said 7 design quarterback runs. They got here with design quarterback runs. Why abandon everything that won you so much? It doesn't make any sense.
Because they wanted to
That-
prove that Lamar
Well,
is a quarterback.
because they panicked, man. No, it's not. It's
They
because they panicked.
panicked.
Todd Monken's a first-time NFL play caller, and it's the Chiefs. And again, they scored 7 points in 3.5 minutes, whatever that first drive took, and they panicked.
They just let the moment get way, 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 way too big for them.
Which I'm shocked because that's a John Harbaugh coach team. Like,
Which this man won a Super Bowl, so
I know.
I'm surprised that his team came out so unprepared, so immature.
I know. I agree.
Like they were doing the stupidest shit. Like I said again, 4 personal fouls in one game. How's that even possible? And even if you say the Vinoy one was bullshit, like the Flowers one wasn't. Why
Well,
would
no.
he do that? That was the biggest chunk of yardage they've gotten all game, and he decided to spin the ball in the guy's face like an infant.
Yeah. Well, now I wasn't saying that the Vinoy one was bullshit. All I'm saying is Travis Kelce should have gotten a flag too, and the Chiefs should get a flag on some of this stuff. That was my
Yeah.
point that was made. The Ravens
Yeah,
were
I don't even really
100%
disagree.
in the wrong. Their guys were being childish, and that's 100% true. But the Chiefs were also doing the same thing, and
They
nothing
were.
was happening. So
They were. They don't get flagged. They're the Chiefs. They
Yeah.
give the Chiefs the benefit of the doubt because they make $330 million alone with Taylor Swift.
listen,
And yeah, I was kind of on the edge about this whole NFL is rigged thing. I'm not going to lie. Like I was kind of going back and forth on it. But after seeing that Ravens game, it's pretty clear to me now that the refs did everything they could to
Yep.
make the Chiefs win
and
that game.
let's be clear because it's not scripted. It's
Not
rigged.
scripted.
It's not
But
scripted.
one particular, yeah, not
Because
scripted.
I think I explained this in one episode. There's the amount of things that would have to be all in a line for it to be fully scripted. Like you're not going to get all the players to do that. But what I
No, of
think
course.
is happening is NFL officials, like high-ranking NFL officials, are telling the referees and having these guys. I don't know if they're doing like paying them or whatever, but like, hey, listen, if we've got a close game, call it this way. Like the Chiefs-Eagles game. If the Super Bowl, if the Eagles blow them out, what can you do? If the Eagles are beating them 28-0 in the fourth quarter, what do you do? But the game was close, and it came down to a last play, and you're telling me that it's not possible, it's crazy for one of the NFL officials to be in contact with this referee crew and be like, hey, listen, you're going to get $100,000 extra dollars on your paycheck if you in X situation, if you have a chance to turn the game in the Chiefs' favor and make a call, you make that call. Like, I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. You know?
I don't think so. Yeah, that's how it's scripted. I know people are like, oh, well, this guy wasn't making catches and all of a sudden he is. Like, okay, do you know how hard it is to fake getting catches or missing catches? You can't do that's not what happened.
I don't think it's stuff with the players.
Well,
I don't think it's stuff with the players. It's all the referees. If there is some rigging going on, it's all the refereeing crews. It's not the players, I don't think.
Oh, yeah. And
Josh
again,
Reynolds was paid to drop those balls.
No, I think the moment's just too big. The moment was too big for him, and he fucked up.
Him.
I mean, that happens to some guys.
They're not exactly Hollywood actors here, guys. I mean,
I
think
know,
it's a legit drop.
The moment's too big for him, and that's what happened with the Josh Reynolds. The moment's too big for him, and
bitch.
Well,
but the refs missed multiple pass interference plays in that game. Like I think the one I sent Andrew when Lamar threw it into triple coverage, obvious pass interference, obvious.
Yeah.
And it didn't get called. Or the one where the defender for, I don't even know who it was, it might have been McDuffie on Flowers, put Flowers on his back. No call.
Yeah.
How? How do you do that?
Again,
I'm not saying it would have changed the tide of the game. It might have not, but call it fair.
Again, I'm telling you, I think there's a world where NFL, I'm not saying Goodell necessarily, but high-ranking NFL officials or like some rich benefactors or somebody I think is talking to some of these refereeing crews, but hey, listen, if this is a close game, let calls go in favor of somebody or call the stuff against these guys.
Vegas.
I know.
It's Vegas.
I think
whoever's favored to win. Although to be fair though, I think the Lions game was called well. I don't think there's.
I agree. The Lions just gave that game away.
The Ravens game there was.
Yeah, the Lions just gave that game away. You can't go for that many fourth downs. And I understand, like, there's people that say, like, oh, this is how they did it all year. That's fine, but this is the playoffs. It's completely different. You take the points when you can get the points. Period. I mean, you
don't pass up on points.
Take the points. Take the points when you get them. It was a 2-score game at that point. San Francisco had scored. That's the other thing too. San Francisco had scored out of halftime, so the momentum isn't with you. Like, you don't have all this momentum that you carried over from the first quarter, or from the first half. So you don't have all this momentum going forward. They just scored to make it 24-10. Kick that field goal. That makes it a 3-possession game. Kick that field goal. Period.
Well, I don't even. Well, yeah.
Unless you're on like the 1-yard line. Unless you're like within the 5-yard line, then it's defensible. But they were on what, the 25 or almost the 30-yard line. Kick that field goal. Period. You kick that field goal. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit what you're thinking is. Kick the field goal.
Well,
Take the
one
points.
that they should have absolutely kicked the one to tie the game.
That too. Yeah, that too.
The analytics, though. The analytics.
It's not analytics. It's Dan Campbell is aggressive and I get it.
To be fair, hey, they got 75% of them.
I know, and I know, and I'm saying that in the regular season that's one thing, but this is the playoffs. This is the NFC Championship game. You take those points.
Everything's different in the playoffs.
Yes.
Especially if you're going up against
Yes.
Shanahan and the 49ers.
Again, I think
who are an amazing team.
Yes. Now, I think the defensible ones, if you're within like the 5 or even within the 10-yard line and you go for it on fourth down, fine. Fine. Because if you don't get it, you pin them way deep in their own territory. That's fine. Or if, say they were up by 21, right, and they just got a defensive stop, they're up by 21, they get a defensive stop, and they go down the field, and they're on like the 20-yard line, like, I really want to ice the game here. That's fine too, because you have all the momentum. But in that situation, again, they didn't have the momentum. San Francisco had just scored, and I'm pretty sure scored pretty quickly. Kick the field. You make it a 3-possession game. Kick the field goal. Shouldn't even be a conversation. I don't care how aggressive you are.
How big a lead did they blow? 24-7?
17. It was, 17-point lead.
Come on now.
Yep.
I I knew it was Andrew's fault. Really, he jinxed it.
Well, and what I will say about the Lions too, like I think part of it was Dan Campbell. This is his first time in the playoffs,
Right.
and I think I think everybody was amped. Was real amped, and I think he just.
It's okay. The Lions are
I
never.
think-
The Lions are never gonna go.
I don't
They're
think.
never gonna go.
I don't think so either. I don't think they're ever going to win a Super Bowl. I don't think so. They'll be good for a few years until Jared Goff gets old.
You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to go. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime.
No, I'm just saying that their arms were weak.
No, it's knees weak. Knees weak, arms are heavy.
These weak arms
their
are heavy.
And there was vomit on
Hey,
their
Josh
sweater.
Reynolds' arms were heavy.
Mom's spaghetti. What? Oh yeah.
His fingers were spaghetti.
Yeah, that's true.
Poor guy.
Had a few too many candy bars.
I think it's safe to say they lost themselves.
Yo, there's a Spidey in here.
Ooh, kill it.
How about a
Spidey
punch
boy?
a horn?
Let
How
it
about a
bite
punch a
you.
horn?
Let it bite you. Maybe you'll become Spider-Man.
Get superpowers.
That boy got murked.
Oh,
Oh shit!
did you guys see what I texted you yesterday? Hang on.
Probably.
Was it that thing about the midgets?
The newest collection to my shelves.
Ah, yes.
The big sexy book. Dude, and it's not like just a novel. It's like, hang on.
I'm gonna grab another beer.
You do that.
See, it's got like big words and like pictures and stuff.
Dude, that's sweet.
I haven't read any of it. I probably should. But
I'm telling you, Bartolo needs to have his own brand of cologne. Cologne by Bartolo.
Cologne by Cologne.
Cologne by Cologne. You ever want to smell like the way a pitcher does at the end of the 7th inning?
You ever want to
Throwing
smell?
102
You ever want to
pitches?
smell big and sexy?
I do. I want to smell big and sexy. That's why I got the Thomas Tan cologne.
I see what you did there.
Bro, but yeah, I think it's that. Are you guys as uninterested in the Super Bowl as I am? I think this is
Yep.
just
No.
the most.
Well,
depressing
actually, no.
match.
No, I
No,
like
because-
Brock Purdy a lot.
I do like Purdy. I'm really excited for Christian McCaffrey.
That too. Yeah.
I really enjoy watching George Kittle.
I would agree
That
with that.
Full
guy
on.
has like negative brain cells.
Are we all full on for the 49ers?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do.
Yes.
I want McCaffrey to get his ring. I like the underdog story of Purdy coming up from mystery relevant.
That'd be so
And,
awesome.
he's proven
Yeah.
now. He's proven that he can come from behind and win. I know that was kind of the thing on him. He's proven it now, 2 weeks in a row, that he can come from behind and win. So, I like him.
I mean, and how
really
cool?
honestly,
How cool would a Mr. Irrelevant winning the Super Bowl be? How cool would that be?
Like a lot. So many people hate the 49ers, and I guess it's just because it's the 49ers. I don't. There's not a single player on that team that I don't like.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
But I think for me, it's because they have this like weird little rivalry now with the Eagles. So I hate them for that reason. Because they've been a bunch of dicks to the Eagles because they're still mad about last year's NFC Championship. So that's why I kind of hate them. But I hate the Chiefs. more.
I just figured everyone that's not from Philadelphia hates people.
Yeah, I mean, I was indifferent about the
But they do. The
49ers all
49ers
year.
do especially because they're mad about that NFC Championship game.
I mean, hey.
Well,
feel
they
like
deserve.
they're
They deserve to be. I think.
I mean, they
I
would have
mean,
lost anyway.
Ooh, I don't
I
know
don't know
about that. Healthy
They
Brock.
would've.
Healthy Brock Purdy. I don't know about that.
They would have lost
Or like,
regardless of who was starting.
like a healthy quarterback at all.
Well,
They were
They
already
wouldn't have-
playing badly before Brock Purdy.
They
got
weren't
hurt.
gonna
So
win.
They would have.
they weren't gonna win with Josh Johnson. I don't care how healthy he is.
Yeah, they wouldn't have won with Brock Purdy either.
I don't know about that, but whatever. It doesn't matter at this point. It's behind us.
I just hope they win so that I can never
Me
have to
too.
pull for them again.
Yeah, once they win, I'm never pulling for the 49ers ever again.
Unless they
But-
play the Chiefs again.
But for this one moment.
Or the Cowboys. Fuck the Cowboys.
Oh, yeah. Well, I always vote for the 49ers when they're going against the Cowboys. I do love them for that one reason, because they always fuck with the Cowboys, and I love that.
Well, and I've learned that my rule with liking franchises is you get the one Super Bowl. Unless you're like Stafford or Burrow, somebody that like is really likable, you get one. Like when the Chiefs,
and then I don't like
when the Chiefs won it the first time, I was like, okay, that's cool. Patrick Mahomes is a talented young quarterback. I like Andy Reid.
Yeah.
Cool. But after that, I'm tired of it.
And it's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
then
was
that's
happy
it.
for
You
them
get
the
one.
first time.
You get one.
I was a defender. I wanted Patrick Mahomes to have success for years, but he was just stopped by Tom Brady all those times. So I wanted him to get over the hump, and he
What do you
eventually
mean?
did it. And
Well-
I thought it was great.
Was it his second or third year?
Second.
It was the second year they won.
No.
Yeah, because it was the first
No.
time he went. Yes, because it was the first time he went that he won, and then they went to.
No, because his rookie year is when they lost to Brady in the
champion.
overtime.
Yeah, and then
They
they lost to
overtime.
Brady twice, didn't they?
Yeah,
in
I
the,
thought he
in the
lost to
Super
Brady.
Bowl.
They didn't play. Oh
Brady was-
yeah,
He was
That's the
he
one
was
I'm missing.
playing for the Bucs.
that's the one I miss. Okay, I'm sorry. That's the one I'm missing because they've been. This is the fourth Super Bowl in 5 years.
Yeah.
So, because the one time they didn't go was when Burrow beat them. And then they beat.
Yeah, but
they've
I'm
got the
happy
2
for him
wins.
the
They
first
lost
time.
to Brady, and this is the 4th time. And then Burrow beat them.
Right.
I refuse to call them a dynasty unless they win it this year.
They're a dynasty. They have 2. They've
They
won
are.
2.
You can't
They've been
be a
to
dynasty
every-
with 2 rings.
Yes, you
Yeah.
can. They've
No.
been to the AFC
They're a
Championship game every year since Mahomes has started. Every year.
If they're not a dynasty, then what are
They're a
they?
dynasty. They're not the Patriots dynasty, obviously. They're a dynasty. They have 2 Super Bowl rings in
I know-
3 appearances
I know
in
there's-
5 years. That's ridiculous.
I know there's this school of thought that Andrew is on that like you have to win 3 championships to be a dynasty.
Bullshit.
But I disagree. Like the fact that you've been to every AFC Championship game for 7 straight years, you're a dynasty.
It's more
Maybe not
than
as good a dynasty as the Patriots or the
Yeah,
Steelers, but
of
you're a
course.
dynasty all the same.
and that's the thing. They're not the Patriots. They're not Terry Bradshaw's Steelers. They're not the Joe Montana 49ers, but that is absolutely a dynasty. They've been to 6 straight AFC Championship games?
I know
6
people are
straight?
very strict on like the you have to win 3 thing, but like
I'm not
I
strict
think they are a dynasty.
because it's all encompassing, right? Like if they, I'm trying to think of another team that did something. Oh, like the Colts. Peyton Manning's Colts, not a dynasty. He went to 2 Super Bowls in that run, but in between they were all over the place. The Chiefs only have the 2, but they've been there 3 times, and they've consistently, again, they've been to the championship game every single year since Mahomes has started. That's ridiculous. That is absolutely a dynasty.
Yeah, it's the consistency.
That's absolutely dynasty.
Okay, well, what about... All right, then would you consider the 2000 Steelers a dynasty? They went to 3. They won 2 in a span of 6 years.
What they do in
7
between?
years.
That was. Wait a minute, I'm trying to think
It was
because they won it.
05, 07, and 11.
05, 07.
It was 5, 7, and 11.
What they do in between? How good were they in between?
Mike Tomlin doesn't have a losing season.
But that's if they lose in the first. This is the same argument with Peyton's Colts. This is the same thing that I'm talking about with Peyton's Colts. because
Okay, but 3... Hold on, but they went to 3 Super Bowls. They won 2 of them. And the one they lost was to Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, and but again, it matters what you do in between because Peyton's Colts were all over the place. They had winning seasons, but they were all over the place, and they couldn't win in the playoffs. It depends on what the Steelers did in between. I don't remember what all they did in those in between years, how good they were. If that's an 8-year, no, that's a 7-year run. If they got to 3 Super Bowls, if they were like winning playoff games consistently,
they made the playoffs every year.
that's not enough. If you
Okay.
flame out in the first round, that's not enough. That's borderline. But the other
Yeah.
problem with them is they were right in the middle of Brady's whole run. How can they be a dynasty when a dynasty is happening?
It's hard to have 2. Yeah,
You
They
can't
got
have 2
overshadowed
dynasties
by-
going at the same time.
and yeah, I mean, you said they went to the Super Bowl 07 and 11.
Yeah.
That's a 4-year gap.
And one of
Like,
those
the Chiefs
years-
are going back to back
And
to back to back.
one of those years, that 11 year, was when Brady was hurt. It was when Brady didn't play. Tore his ACL or whatever, or his meniscus, whatever it was.
But yeah, they were very good. I think they were on the verge maybe back then. But I think the Chiefs are certainly a dynasty.
Well, again, I put them right there with like Peyton Manning's Colts, and the reason Peyton Manning
Right.
wasn't a dynasty is because Brady kept beating him. Philip
And,
Rivers
and the
beat him a
fact that
couple
the
times, I
Chiefs are
think.
even more impressive because after the hard year they've had this year, they still got back all the same. That's even more impressive. So, yeah, as much as I hate them, I'd call them a dynasty. I don't
think so.
have the like 3 championship rule. I think they are.
Again, I think it's just they're not as good a dynasty as I'm probably missing one, but the Patriots, Bradshaw's Steelers, and Montana
Cowboys.
and the Niners.
And the
Yeah,
the
the 90s
Cowboys.
Cowboys. I can get, but yeah, 90s Cowboys. I can get behind that. But didn't the 90s Cowboys
I
only
think
win
it's
2? The 90s Cowboys,
No,
I
they
think
won
only.
three with
Oh, did they
Baker.
get 3?
They won 3.
Did they get 3? Okay.
Yeah,
They
they won.
yes.
But yeah, I'd say some dynasties are better than other dynasties.
Yes,
You know, the Patriots
100%,
dynasty is
yeah.
probably the best
Well,
in
the
any
Patriots dynasty is the best.
any
Yes.
sport
And then-
ever.
Number
But
2 or
I'd say the
3 is
Chiefs
either
won.
Steelers or San Francisco.
2 is San Francisco because they were all Joe Montana. 2 is San Francisco, and then 3
No,
is those Bradshaw Steelers.
4 were Montana and 1 was Young.
I thought Joe Montana has 6 Super Bowls.
Thomas, the 49ers only have 5. 4 of them were Montana. Montana has 4 rings.
Okay.
Montana's got 4 rings and Young has 1.
You might be right. I don't.
Oh yeah,
I
no,
don't
he's
quite-
right.
And the Steelers,
Yeah,
Steelers
Steve
won,
Young has
they-
the other one. That's right.
Yeah, the Steelers won 4 in 6 years. In the 2 years that they missed, Bradshaw was hurt 1 year, and Franco Harris was hurt the other year.
Okay, well they're either way they're neck and neck, but
Well-
they're neck and neck. Whatever, they're 2 and 3 in whatever order you want to put them in, and then 4 is probably the
What about
90s Cowboys, and then the Chiefs. I'm probably missing
I like
some
the-
old one
feel like we're
in
missing
there, but no, because nobody else has that many Super Bowl wins like packed in a span of years like that. Those are the only couple of teams.
The Packers.
When they only have 2 rings.
Uh,
Favre got 1 and Rodgers got 1.
oh, it was before.
And maybe Bart Starr has 1 back in the day, but
Yeah, before
It was
the Super Bowl
it was
started.
before the Super Bowl. They had championships.
oh.
Yeah. Well, I have a
In the
question,
60s.
and I know that we've talked about extensively who we want to win, but are we ready to? Are you guys prepared to say who you actually think will win
San
in
Francisco.
the Super Bowl?
San Francisco.
I want to say that, man, but every time I pick the Chiefs to lose, they just keep winning.
Listen, I think San Francisco is, I think, is the one team that can beat them. If this was Detroit, I would say otherwise. But I think San Francisco is the one team that can get them.
I don't think the refs are going to let them lose with Taylor Swift there.
That's what I'm thinking. I think they will not miss out on their opportunity to have Taylor Swift at midfield at the end of the Super Bowl.
Get
They won't do
fucking
it.
proposed to by Travis Kelce. I'll drive off a
That will
fucking
not
cliff.
happen. That will not happen.
Good.
Andrew, are you sure?
Travis Kelce is obsessed with it. I mean, I think we need to think about this logically, though. Like, I know it feels like a million years, but they've only been dating for like a couple months.
Well, there's rumors that they were together for 4 or 5 months prior to that.
Yeah. I don't know about all that.
Who knows if it's true?
I know it
but-
only became public.
Well, even still, there's so many people saying that it's going to happen that you're not going to do it.
Yeah. Have you seen
Plus,
this?
what happens if?
Have you
well,
seen the stuff
what
that
happens
they?
if he-
Huh?
What happens if they lose?
Well, then it doesn't happen. What do you mean? It happens if
I
they
know,
win.
like-
He
No,
does
but
it.
it's like, are you? Okay, I guess.
Yeah, he only does it if they win, and he does it with the confetti falling down. That was the whole point.
I mean, I think that the 49ers are the more talented team, but the Chiefs just seem to find ways to win in these playoffs. So
Yeah.
I don't know who I want to pick. I'm not comfortable picking the 49ers, although I don't know. I hope they do win. But I don't know who I'm comfortable picking. I guess it's just because I'm cynical, too.
You got to go with the dynasty.
Yeah, I think I'm just cynical, and I'm just
The dynasty. I
trying to-
Listen.
don't know why.
But may I raise you what
Because
I
they
texted
cheated?
in the group chat yesterday? So, history repeats itself. Patrick Mahomes is Tom Brady. Josh Allen's Peyton Manning. Had all kinds of trouble beating Brady, but he's an all-time great. Burrow is Ben Roethlisberger. Good. Sprinkles a couple in there, but not as good as the other two. What were the Herbert's Phillip Rivers, a Chargers franchise that uber talented, borderline Hall of Fame quarterback that just can't ever get over the hump. Jalen Hurts is Cam Newton, tons of success in the beginning of their career, and then Cam kind of fell off after a while, and I think Jalen will too.
Look,
And Brock Purdy is Eli Manning. He's going to be the one that beats the GOAT a couple times there in that little span. He's the one. He's the one. And then just for funsies, Jared Goff is Drew Brees. Great quarterback that just never could. I mean, Brees had the one Super Bowl, but just could never.
So there's one problem with Brock Purdy being Eli.
He's better than Eli.
No.
Just some of those Giants
Eli's
teams
Hall of Fame.
blew ass and then had a really good run in the playoffs.
Eli's a Hall of Famer. But anyway, no, Brock Purdy's not a meme. Eli Manning's a meme.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Well, wait a minute.
Bro, hold on. Can we shine some light? I think Eli Manning deserves to be in the Hall of Fame purely because this is a real story. When he won the first Super Bowl, he gave Tom Brady a little miniature horse, and he called it a horsey to Tom Brady after beating him in the Super Bowl, and like said something about like, here, take this horsey, like something. After he won the second one, he goes up to Tom Brady after beating him in the Super Bowl and says, I want the horsey back. Like, sternly, he's like, okay, so I thought about it and I want the horsey back.
That's funny as shit. You know, like
It's
Tom
real.
Brady,
That actually happened.
Tom Brady for years after the fact, like wouldn't talk to Eli Manning at parties
Oh, I know.
because he was.
Okay. If someone
Well, Tom
gave
Brady
me a
was
horse,
Tom Brady was a cock too. He wouldn't talk to Fitzpatrick either.
He still hasn't shook Nick Foles' hand.
Yeah,
Nick
Tom
Foles
Brady's a
too,
cock. Yeah, Tom Brady's a cock.
The only thing I kind of disagree with, like in that comparison, is maybe Burrow. 'Cause I feel like at the end of the day, Burrow is more talented than Josh Allen, but he just got hurt this year, so people forget. But I think he is more talented than Josh Allen. He
I
just
don't
doesn't
know
have
about
enough
that.
around.
I don't think so.
Joe Burrow's pretty good. We've all just forgotten about him because he got hurt, but Joe Burrow is pretty good.
Well, but so is Ben
He's really
Roethlisberger.
good.
Ben Roethlisberger's a Hall of Famer.
And he actually beats Patrick Mahomes more often than not. But he just unfortunately
They've
got
only
hurt,
played
and I feel like
two or three games against each other.
Josh
I feel
Allen
like-
has 3 wins. Josh Allen's beaten Mahomes 3 times.
Well, and
the regular
obviously,
season.
Ben, this isn't perfect comparisons. This is a little bit more team situation too. Like, Allen is Manning because he kept getting beat. Manning kept getting beat by Brady all the time, and then every once in a couple times he snuck through and got him. And same thing
but
with
also,
Ben.
like with that same kind of thing though, like Josh Allen, I don't know. I feel like Josh Allen's the best quarterback in the NFL, but if you put Josh Allen on Joe Burrow's Super Bowl team, I think you get a different result.
Well, that's another situation where the refs jumped in at the last minute to make sure the Rams won.
Yeah.
Remember that one
Yes.
time the Rams were on the goal line and the Bengals kept stopping them and the
Yeah.
Rams just kept calling
Yeah.
flags until they got in the end zone?
Yes, yes.
But I love Joe Burrow. I'm a defender of Joe Burrow. I think it's just he got hurt this year and Josh Allen had such a good year that everyone just forgot about Burrow.
Well, Josh Allen's also just never. He's. I mean, yes, he has Diggs, but he's never had like this super amazing team.
Well, and it's funny because the
I mean,
one
Joe
thing they were
Burrow-
missing for a long time was a run game. And then what happens
Yeah.
when they finally get a run game? Their entire defense gets hurt.
Yeah.
So like, it's like,
But also, like the you guys forget Joe Burrow has 3 wide receiver ones.
Tyler Boyd's not a
All-
one.
He could be.
Are you talking who you said Joe Burrow?
Joe Burrow has 3. Okay,
Joe Burrow
he
has
at least
2 number ones and a high level number 2. Yeah,
Joe Burrow has the worst O-line ever and
Also
not a
true.
lot of defense.
also true. He almost won a Super Bowl getting sacked 9 times.
Yeah, so Joe
Yeah,
Burrow's earned what
I mean
he's
nothing
got.
against Joe Burrow. I love Joe Burrow. I just don't. I don't think he's quite Josh Allen.
I think
Well,
we
I
have
don't
to wait.
either.
I think we need a bigger picture because if this was the same
Well, I
time
agree.
last year, we'd be saying the opposite. But
Well,
Josh Allen had such a good year this year with Joe Burrow not there.
I mean,
So I
this is
think we need
just
them
this
both
is
to be
just
together.
me like putting out fun comparisons because like they're only 5 or 6 years, all of them into their careers. So
Right.
I
I
mean,
think we need more Allen versus Burrow matchups.
I agree, but I think the three of them are
Well, hold
the
on.
ones in the
Whenever
AFC, the
whenever
same
they go
as it was
against each
Brady,
other,
Manning, and Ben.
last time they went up against each other, someone died. So they can't.
No, that's not true. They played again. They played again this year
Oh shit, that's right, they did.
because I predicted that
No,
DeMar.
he's
I think
alive.
that-
Remember he got that like Make-A-Wish Foundation tackle that one time
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago.
I think the funniest thing is Herbert and Phillip Rivers. That's just so sad.
I know it's
'Cause
tough.
It's true.
I'm rooting for Harbaugh, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that they're in the Chiefs division. So, if Harbaugh and Herbert have a ton of success, it's at the Chiefs' expense.
That actually is a really good comparison. Like the Chargers always have these amazing quarterbacks that just get stuck there and never go do anything.
And
With
look,
Phillip Rivers,
imagine
it's so
imagine
good.
being a Chargers fan.
Actually, you know what?
Remember the year?
Hang on,
Well, there
I'm
are
changing
none.
my
Hey,
thing.
one of my buddies from college is a Chargers fan.
I'm changing
I make
my
fun of him
I'm
all the
changing
time.
my thing. Matt's a Chargers fan.
I thought he was a Raiders fan.
Fuck, I don't know. Jalen Hurts is Russell Wilson. He's not Cam. Jalen Hurts is Russell Wilson because he's a better passer.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
I
Jalen
like
Hurts
that.
is Russell
Like,
Wilson.
Russell Wilson was a great runner as well.
Yes, tons of success early, and then he was still like an elite quarterback later on.
And then
but
fell
the
off
team,
and just became a weirdo. I think Jalen Hurts is. People are kind of souring on him with his whole like weird demeanor, where he just never smiles or anything.
Yeah.
People are used to find it charming when he.
Well,
won
and his little speeches when he loses.
his weird little speeches. Like that's exactly something Russell Wilson would do. So
Well,
I
but
like
he's-
that comparison.
Well, listen, but I don't think Jalen Hurts is going to go take videos and put them on the internet of him calling himself Mr. Unlimited.
No, he's not that. He's
Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not.
But it's crazy how quickly people will turn on you in the NFL.
Oh, I know. That's
Like,
in
Jalen
any
Hurts was the
sport,
golden-
man. That's
Yeah.
any sport.
Jalen Hurts was the golden boy until like week 11, and now everybody hates him for some reason.
I truly hate Russell Wilson for one reason. There is only one reason why I truly will always hate Russell Wilson. I will always hate his legacy, and I will always hate Seattle.
Is it
You
the
want to
same
know why?
I do?
You want to know why?
Why?
I think I know.
One thing. Ever since they
Oh,
threw the ball,
Yeah. Yep.
That
I
was my
have hated
as well.
that team. I have hated Russell Wilson. I have hated Pete Carroll, and I will never like that team or Russell Wilson ever because of that. Do you know how excited I was? Like, do you realize how much I enjoyed that game up until that point?
I enjoyed it a lot.
It was such a good game to watch.
That's a
And
wonderful
you know,
Super Bowl.
did you see recently there came out a clip after that play of the two refs talking to each other? They were like, "What the fuck just happened? Like, why would you not? Like the refs were walking off the field, and they were like, why didn't they run it with Marshawn?"
Well, they're normal humans, man. They know what's up.
They needed what they were on the 1 yard line, were they not? Maybe the 2 yard line.
Yeah, they were
They were
down
on
inside the
the-
5. Yeah.
They were on the 2-yard line with 44 seconds left.
When it was only like second down, right? Or was it?
It was second down.
Yeah, it was second
Yeah,
down.
they could have run it, and then they had two
Yeah.
more chances.
Yeah.
So, like that's baffled me for years. I think that's just another example of overthinking it.
Oh, 100%. Pete Carroll was too smart for his own good.
Nah, dude.
Outsmarted himself.
Dude. It's because of They didn't want Marshawn to get MVP.
No,
They
that's
wanted to be Russ.
come on. That's
No, dude.
It's
It's
not
the
a-
They
Super-
wanted,
they would've
they
been
wanted
anything.
Russ to win the game.
No, I think it's Pete Carroll overthought himself because he was like, "Oh, the Patriots are going to be selling out on the run because we're on the 2-yard line with Marshawn Lynch," and just outsmarted
And what
himself.
makes it the
Did
most
you see? Did
disgusting-
you see that interview with Marshawn Lynch where he was talking
Yeah.
about how after that play he laughed at Pete
Yep.
Carroll's face? If you go back and watch the clip, he actually did.
Oh, I know. Why would he lie?
Yeah, he did. He did.
He's Marshawn Lynch, man. I don't know if he knows how to lie.
He is one of my favorite players all time.
And what's crazy is if you watch the replay, right? Like Malcolm Butler wasn't even really trying to intercept it. It just kind of landed in his hands.
Yeah.
And that just pisses me. It's just a weird fluke.
He played it perfectly.
It just happened to land right in his hands, and he was
Well,
as
no, he knew exactly what was coming.
Well, listen, man, stuff happens because the ball just happened to hit that Detroit Lions player in the face perfectly, so that it bounced right up into Brandon Ayuk's arms. Same thing. What are the odds of that shit?
Football does weird.
Granted, that would have been a flag. They threw a flag, so they would have called a pass interference or something anyway. But
hey, go back all
and
the
it
way
wasn't
to
interference.
2000. Go back all the way to 2008. What are the odds that ball just bounces off his foot into his hands and then Brady loses the Super Bowl? Same thing with the fucking Falcons, bro. What are the odds that Julian Edelman catches a ball this high off the ground?
What are the odds that David Tyree catches the ball off his helmet in that Patriots Super Bowl? What are the odds that the fucking referees call the tuck rule?
Because they cheated.
That started the whole dynasty.
Tom Brady admits that was nonsense, too.
Of course, because it was nonsense.
And that started it all. Yeah, Tom Brady should have 3 less rings than he does, to be honest.
Yeah. Yes.
What are the odds the Eagles lose their Super Bowl to a pass interference call?
Well, these days pretty high.
Yeah. Why did Bradbury go out and say no, it was interference? Why would you do that?
I don't know, dude. I mean, they could have behaved like Patrick Mahomes did when he lost to the Bills.
But,
they behaved better than that. And I'm not saying I'm not the kind of guy that's like, hey, we lost the game because of the refs. I try not to do that, but they literally did in that sense.
Well,
that was awful.
Yeah, well, and the Mahomes thing, have some fucking self-awareness, bro. Like, you just came off a Super Bowl where you won because of a call, a BS call.
He's complaining about call. That was rich.
Yeah, he's a fuck. He's a fuck.
Complaining about calls. You got all the calls for years until that one moment.
I know.
You couldn't even tell Josh Allen, hey, good game, you got me fair and square.
What a piece of shit.
No,
but when he beats Allen, when he beats Josh Allen, we're going to do this again, brother. We just going to beat... Yeah, fuck you, Kermit.
Same thing Tom Brady used to do. Tom Brady could not handle losing.
Kermit
when he won, he was all like,
wife.
Good game, bro. We'll do it again. Like, I get the competitive nature, but, like, you got to be a good loser, too.
Oh, I agree.
It's the NFL. And Patrick Mahomes, I used to have a lot of respect for Patrick, and now I don't. And that's a shame. It really is a shame that I lost all that respect for him. But he earned it. He did it himself.
I agree.
And he sounds like
he gained my respect very quick, and he also lost it.
And lost it very quick,
yeah. I was a big believer in him because I wanted someone to dethrone Brady, and he did.
It was fun. It was fun the first couple of years, and then
but I'm done
stopped
with it
being
now.
fun.
Yeah, I'm done with Chiefs dynasty. They're way more annoying than Patriots dynasty, and I can't even believe I'm saying that.
Oh yeah, they're way worse.
Yeah,
they're way worse.
Hold on. Yes, but that's how we feel right now. Because think about how much we complained about the Patriots for all those years.
But this goes back to the point. Back to the point I made earlier. Belichick was just a old head dick football coach, and Brady was an FU on the field like Jordan was. Everything about the Chiefs except Andy Reid is just unlikable. They got a bunch of punk bitches on the roster. Patrick Mahomes' family is the most unlikable family since the Kardashians. That's the difference.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
I think Patrick Mahomes knows it too.
Gronk was way more fun than Travis Kelce. Way more fun. Yeah. Gronk's also the best tight end of all time, not Travis Kelce.
Wait, what?
Gronk's the greatest tight end of all time. Anybody that says Travis Kelce's better than Gronk should be shot.
Travis Kelce's not even the best tight end from his own fucking team.
Huh? Oh, okay, Tony Gonzalez. Tony Gonzalez.
Tony Gonzalez. He is not better than Tony Gonzalez.
I think he might be. I don't know. I'd have to look up some stats, though. But I think he has a shot.
That's tough. He's in the next tier. So there's the Gronk tier. Gronk is the best tight end ever. Then there's the next tier where it's like Kelce and Antonio Gates, Tony Gonzalez, Kellen Winslow Sr., maybe Shannon Sharp.
Jason Vitt.
Jason Witten's in the
It's
next tier with like Greg Olson and Ditka and uh, I don't know. I don't know. There's more
Well, the
players
thing
in
is,
that
like,
tier.
Travis Kelsey owes his career to his brother, though. Like, the only reason
Oh yeah,
that he redrafted him,
100%.
Jason Kelsey begged him to,
Bro,
basically.
the only reason he had a college career is because of his
Yeah.
brother. His brother saved his ass because he got kicked off the team.
Right, he saved him multiple times.
But regardless, I mean, he's still very talented. He's just a guy.
Yeah,
Also,
he's
like, I loved. Look, the Jason Kelsey shirtless thing irritates me too because Fitzpatrick did it first.
Yeah.
Like, even little shit like that just irritates me. I don't know, man. I just.
But see, that with that, like, yes, it irritates me because he's getting all the hype over it. But I also love Jason Kelsey.
I do too,
Yeah,
but you know
can't
what?
not like it.
But you know what? It makes me not like I don't want to listen to their podcast anymore because I can't fucking stand Travis Kelsey. The Pat McAfee show, I religiously listen to every clip that they put like 45 minutes of clips out every day from every day's show. I religiously listen to them. Really, unless they talk about wrestling, because I don't really know much about. I'm not really a wrestling guy. They did an interview with Travis Kelsey and posted that yesterday. No way I'm listening to that shit. I don't want to hear that motherfucker talk at all. At all. He is one of the most unlikable football players of all time. For me.
Who, Travis?
Yes.
Well, just there's one episode.
He's
of,
just a punk.
Podcast. There's one episode he got Jason so angry that he just got up and left the show, and then it cuts to another scene and they're wearing different clothes, and Jason's like, "All right, so you might notice I'm dressed in different clothes. That's because Travis made me mad, and we stopped filming for a whole day, and now we're back."
Yeah, Jason's great. It's polar opposites, man. Like, Jason's phenomenal. Travis Kelsey sucks.
And Jason's like the one that he doesn't really buy into the hype, right? He just live. Have you seen the Kelsey documentary or no?
Bits and pieces. I
I've
didn't
seen
watch
clips.
the whole thing.
Well,
yeah.
it's a wonderful documentary. But regardless, like, you see, he lives in just a normal house with a normal, not supermodel wife, just a normal person for a wife, and he dresses in normal clothes. He's just a dude that just happens to play football.
Well-
Whereas Travis Kelsey, like, he wears all these ridiculous fucking outfits and dates all these celebrities, and he has like these dating shows that he used to be on, and he like milks his fame as much as you possibly can.
Yep. And to that point about everything about the Chiefs being unlikable, it's even more amplified because he's right next to his brother, who everything about him is likable. Everything. His wife, his daughter, everything about Jason Kelsey is likable. And you compare that to his brother, and it's like, how does anybody like Travis Kelsey? Unless you're a Swiftie and don't know anything about football. It's shocking. I just, and I know that I know that I'm in the well, maybe I'm in the minority. Like, nobody listens to this show, but like if people listen to this show, like, I would get a lot of flack for what I'm saying about Travis Kelsey right now. But it's just, and this is just my opinion, but I cannot stand Travis Kelsey. Can't stand him. I couldn't stand Tyreek Hill when he was on the Chiefs. I can't stand Patrick Mahomes. I can't stand any of Patrick Mahomes' family members.
And you know what's worse is that he messed with the best kicker on earth, Justin Tucker.
Well, yes,
No,
but
hold on.
Tucker knew what was going on. Tucker was trying to get under their skin. He knew what was going on.
No,
so that
no,
I'm not.
Because if you pan, hold on, if you pan out and you see the whole field, Harrison Butker is on their side of the field. They were warming up on opposite sides of the field. Kickers do it every game so they can test both sides.
They do, and they screwed with the goat.
Bro,
Goat.
if you see the full field view of when it was happening, Harrison Butker is right on the other side of the field.
Yeah, but that could have been because Justin Tucker was on this. Like, the Pat McAfee guys talked about this, and McAfee was a kicker. Well, McAfee, he was a punter, but he even said, he's like, look, Justin Tucker, I think, was trying to get under their skin, but at the same time, all you have to do is just say, hey, man, we're trying to warm up, and he's like, every time the kicker, even Vinatieri, he's like, every time the kicker would, oh, yep, okay, I'll just move my stuff 5 feet to the left. But they didn't even have the respect. They didn't have the respect or the manners or whatever you want to call it to even say anything to him. They just fucking kicked the shit out of the way. Again,
It really makes me. Now, don't get me wrong. I am phenomenally excited that the Ravens are not in the Super Bowl.
well, I am too, but I'd rather them than the fucking Chiefs.
pulling for the Chiefs because I hate them.
No, I'd rather the Ravens than
But
the fucking Chiefs. Anybody than the fucking Chiefs.
okay, well, regardless, I was really hoping that game would come down to a field goal.
That would be pretty funny, yeah.
If that game ended with Justin Tucker kicking like a 63-yard,
That would have been pretty funny.
That would have been amazing.
But this goes back to I said this when I saw that clip, because I think Lee was sitting right next to me on the couch. I said Travis Kelce is a fucking punk, and he always has been.
Always has.
You know what'll be funny now is if kickers unite and everyone just starts doing it to them.
That'd be pretty funny.
That'd be hilarious.
That'd be pretty
if
funny.
If everywhere they go now, they have to deal with kickers fucking.
Kicker is such a weird position, man. It's a weird position. It's like you only come on the field once every like half hour or so, and no one knows who you are. But if you screw up, everyone knows who you are. Yeah. And during practice, they literally just sit. They don't even practice with the team. They just sit there and kick all day.
Yep.
That's all they do. It's a really weird position. Like if you make all the field goals, nobody cares because it's what you're supposed to do anyway. But then if you miss one, everyone wants to kill you. So it's a weird position.
Yeah, it blows my mind that like people still get mad. Like people get really mad if you miss a 50-yarder or something. Like that's not easy.
Oh, I know.
Like if you miss a 30 or 40, like 40 is kind of pushing it, but like if you miss a 30 or 40-yard field goal, all right, but
yeah,
like what did you do?
What are we doing?
Like how did you miss that?
Yeah,
but
if
you're pushing, like if you're in the 50s,
yeah, I agree.
Like you can miss a field goal.
I agree.
Yeah, we've become desensitized to long field goals now.
Well, but not everybody's Vinatieri and Justin Tucker. Like not all kickers are that prolific.
We're Panthers fans. We know that.
Well, Graham Gano was good there for a while. I don't think they should have never gotten rid of Graham Gano.
Oh, Graham Gano was great, but after that it was the dark years.
Yeah.
I've been blessed.
Yeah.
I've been blessed with a good kicker.
Yeah, we know.
You never realize what a benefit a good kicker is until you don't have one.
Yeah, with no
Yeah. Could have had Butker too.
The Eagles got Jake Elliott. That dude will never miss ever.
Well, but you had to endure. Ben, you had to endure the shit kickers for a couple years there before Jake Elliott.
Yeah. You know, you were talking about jinxing. I just hope you understand. Like when you guys are going and you're playing a game to get into the playoffs because y'all are going to have like an year next year. When you're playing that game, and you need that kick to get into the playoffs. He's going to miss.
Talking about Jake Elliott?
Yeah.
I'm not even worried because he literally never will. So you're not even fazing me right now.
Justin Tucker misses field goals.
No, he doesn't. You take that back.
But Justin Tucker has the greatest field goal percentage of all time.
Yes, I'm aware. Bro, nothing gets better.
He misses less than everyone ever.
Bro, when he missed that extra point like 3 years ago, the look on his face was the best thing that I've ever seen.
The thing about football, though, is everything will come back around on you sooner or later, no matter what. And it's the beauty and also the horror of football. Like, karma will come back around on you eventually. Like, everything will, eventually.
Unless you're the Patriots.
Does that mean like after my years of suffering, the Steelers are finally going to win a Super Bowl?
You got to see the Steelers.
Well, no, because they had the 70s, so now you're getting. Now it's coming back around from then. It just took a while.
But saw the Steelers win a Super Bowl.
Hold on. The Steelers already had their downtime. Like from the 80s to the 90s, they were awful.
And then they won 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah. Some teams win no Super Bowl. You're just spoiled.
I am spoiled. It's okay.
None of my teams win Super Bowl. None of my teams win championships.
Okay, but hold on.
Except Duke basketball.
Hold on. I haven't seen a Super Bowl, though. I haven't even seen them get there.
What do you mean? You didn't watch the last time they won?
Well, I was
11.
10. 10 or 11 years old.
I
Yeah.
barely watched football.
I
don't
remember
think I
that
even
Super
watched
Bowl.
it.
I remember that Super Bowl because Dad turned it off. Dad turned it off with like 3 minutes left because he got so pissed off. And then I turned it back
I remember
on.
that vividly.
Yeah, and then he turned it off and went upstairs, and I turned it back on and watched the rest of it.
But again, kind of coming back like karma coming back around on you. Yes, the Steelers have had a lot of success, but the Bills never have, and
Well,
they
yeah.
always lose their Super Bowl. So that's karma coming back around on you. So football always comes back around on you sooner or later, some way.
Yeah, can we talk about how
That's just-
like I don't get to watch my teams win championships? Can we talk about that?
Well, you chose to be a Mets fan for some reason. That's on you, bro.
Well, yeah, fair enough. That's fair.
Yeah,
Why-
it's
what's the
bro,
story?
It's the same
Uh,
thing with Ben. Like,
'cause Dad-
they chose to.
So Dad was a Mets fan when he was in all those years when he was a kid growing up. He was a big Mets fan, and so there's some Mets stuff, but there used to be when I was young. There was Mets stuff around the house, and when I first got started watching baseball because of a buddy in college, I mean I like knew stuff, like I kind of followed along, but I didn't really care that much. And then that year when I first got to college, I was like, oh well, I'll pay attention to the Mets because my dad was a Mets fan. And then they traded for Yoenis Cespedes, and then they were good. So then from then on, yeah.
Well,
But
where'd the Braves come from with you, Andrew?
1 second.
He doesn't want to say because he bandwagoned on to the Braves.
no, wait, I'm trying to remember when he became a Braves fan. I don't.
I became a Braves fan as soon as I started watching baseball. But no, the reason why is because I was never into like actually watching baseball. Like for like my entire life growing up playing baseball, for some reason those Harrisburg teams, I was always there, always. But then when it came time for me to actually give a shit about like watching baseball and like maybe considering let me go sit down for 4 hours and watch something, the Braves are local. Like there's nothing else to watch because those are the games that we get. And then when I turned on those games, I like Justin Upton was my guy, and I really liked Andrelton Simmons, and so boom, I got into the team. And so you cannot call me a bandwagon because that team sucks.
I was about to say, I'm pretty
ass.
sure
It
Andrew
goes.
endured some of the shit years.
Bro,
Yeah, they
were
actually
so
did.
bad. for
They were
so
okay.
many
Yeah,
years.
they were okay, and then they sold everybody
And
except
then-
Freddie
and then
Freeman.
and then
They
you know
were
what?
shit.
Yeah, and then do you know what those bitches did? They traded Justin Upton, and my life sucked even more.
Yeah, they
Not
were
now-
pretty.
Yeah, but now they're good.
Yeah.
They were pretty bad back then. But and you can definitely pick on the Phillies' success because they haven't had a whole lot.
But the Phillies
Uh,
won a
Phillies-
but the Phillies won a World Series within the last 20 years. So
But they did. But I was about to. Yeah, they did. But I was about to say,
They doomed themselves. It's their fault.
and not to like attack anyone here, but there's only one NL East team that has not won a World Series since we've been born.
oh yeah, the Marlins
And
did
it's-
win in 03. You're right.
And it's the Mets.
The Marlins did win in 03. You're right, or 01 or
Every
whatever
other
year
NL
that
East
was.
team has
Yeah.
won a World Series since we've been born.
The
That's
Phillies they just made a mistake. They decided, hey, let's build this really good roster and taint it with someone who has perfect eyes and can't win a Super.
But like at least with the Mets, they haven't been shit very often. Like we're usually at least competitive. Like we're Hornets fans. Like that's miserable.
it's a good thing I don't like basketball.
Being a Hornets fan is just miserable. And other than 2015, being a Panthers fan sucks ass too.
Yeah, the
And-
state of Charlotte sports is pretty
And
terrible.
even though I've watched Duke basketball win 2 titles, in between there they lose to fucking 14 seeds and shit, and then I have to be furious for the next couple of months. I mean, I guess
Look,
I
I
don't
don't
have
know.
it as bad as like Detroit sports fans, but like
I was about to say, I'm sure
or
there's other cities
Cleveland.
out there that
Oh
have-
god,
that
Cleveland.
have worse.
Ooh, Cleveland.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm sure there's other cities out there that have worse situations.
Well, at least Cleveland
but,
has the Cavaliers, but
but you
They
got to.
have basketball.
yeah, they
I
got
mean, I think we can
basketball.
make a strong argument that Carolina or Charlotte sports, if you will, are one of the most depressing fan bases
Yes.
for sports cities
Yeah.
ever.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Their basketball has never been good. Their football has had a couple years with Cam Newton,
Yeah.
and they literally don't have a baseball team. So yeah,
Yeah.
Right, and their hockey team's not even in Charlotte. So like, at the state of Charlotte sports is pretty
Oh,
terrible.
well, the Canes are pretty good. The Canes are pretty
They're
good.
good. Yeah, the Canes are
The Canes
good.
are pretty good.
Yeah,
And
that's
But
why I
nobody
cut
cares
out.
about hockey.
I've gotten into hockey a little bit more because Lee and her family is from Connecticut, and they were huge. They're huge hockey people. So I've gotten into it a little bit. So like the Canes are
I'm telling
good.
you, it
They haven't
it
won
took
in a
me a
while,
while
but
to
they
like.
haven't won a Stanley Cup
It
in a while.
took
But
me a
they're
while
good.
to. Yeah, they're good. It took me a while to accept hockey, also, man. But like, hockey's so good. I don't know why more people don't watch hockey. It's everything we complain about football not being. It's fast paced. It's violent. It's
Yeah.
quick. Like something's always going on versus football. There's always a commercial break. It's
I just feel
everything
like when
football
when I
is.
when I when I watch hockey, it's just better soccer, and soccer sucks.
But it's completely. I mean, I know the
Bro, hold on.
sort of the rules are the same.
How can you like a sport that scores like twice a game and wins?
Well, most hockey. I think the average score of a hockey game is like 4 or 5 goals.
Well, but
So I'm fine with that.
To Andrew's point, there's so much of the game that's not scoring.
Yeah, it
That's
sucks.
true, but I think it's true. But the game is over so quickly. A football game lasts 3.5
That's
hours.
true.
A hockey
That's
game's
true.
over in 2.5.
But with hockey, like I don't find myself drawn to the TV the whole time. Like football is the perfect medium, right? Like basketball almost scores too much at this point, and you know that the last 2 minutes are just going to be a foul fest. And baseball, while baseball scores a little more, or doesn't score as much, at least with baseball, every pitch is like oh, this might be, oh, this could be, it could be. Like there's a little more anticipation. Whereas hockey, you got to let it build a little bit, and then every like 5 minutes, then you maybe get there's a shot, oh, he missed, and then it's back to the like football is the perfect medium
Plus-
because there's not.
Plus, with baseball though, like there's always that pitch, and it's like they do some dumb shit at the plate, and you're like, what the fuck
Well, yeah.
is that? Why? How did you make it here?
Dude, listen, watching Javi Baez is so much fun. It's so much fun. Watching him take at bats is the best.
And the thing about like not scoring, I mean, baseball. There's a lot of games where there's not a whole lot of scoring. Most of the game is just strikeout, fly, pop up, strikeout, pop up.
Thomas, who was pitching that one game that I got furious and I started calling? I called every pitch that inning perfectly,
Oh, I don't
and
remember.
every pitch went exactly as bad as I thought it would go.
I don't remember, but it was a Braves game.
Yes, I can't remember if it was Ian Anderson or if it was Kyle Wright. I don't remember. It was on our World Series run, but
I don't remember.
lost-
I remember that.
Ooh.
I don't remember who it was.
I lost my mind, dude.
I don't remember who it was. I do
Oh, I
remember
think
this,
that-
but
I
I
think
don't
that-
remember who that was throwing the pitches.
I was like Ben, pitch for pitch. I was calling this pitch, where it would be, and how it would go.
That's funny.
It was so frustrating.
You know what I just thought of too, Ben? You said as a Mets fan, like what I will say is since at least now there's a little bit more hope because Cohen bought the team, and I know that like we just had the 1
That's
year,
true.
2 years ago, but now there's at least some hope because you can be like, well, at least we got this owner that will spend whatever. Like with the Hornets, it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a little
It's so
hope.
nice to have an owner.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a blessing to have an owner that cares about winning. That's a real blessing to have.
Yes.
The Hornets do not have
Well,
it.
and Cohen, what he proved this year is that he's at least reasonable too. Like he tried last year to go for it all and spend all this money, and he's still spending money this year, but he's not. He took the swing at Yamamoto, but like he didn't let that influence him, and then like overpay Blake Snell or something. He just said, okay, we didn't get the big fish we wanted. We'll build up some pieces and keep ourselves competitive, or theoretically keep ourselves competitive, and then go after like the Juan Sotos and those
Is
guys
still
next
on the
year.
team?
No,
Why?
neither's Jordan
Oh, wait.
Montgomery or Bellinger or Matt Chapman. Somehow,
The season's about to start.
what?
The season's
Oh yeah. Oh, do you know why? Do you know why?
Wait a minute.
I'm going to ask you guys a question. All those four guys that I just named, those are the big time free agents that are left, right? Bellinger, Snell, Matt Chapman, and Jordan Montgomery. What do they
Yeah.
all have in common?
Wait,
Except
didn't
except
Chapman
I
go-
think Jordan Montgomery.
No, Chapman got signed.
No, he didn't.
I don't know what's similar about them.
What do they all have in common except I think Jordan Montgomery, but I could be wrong.
They're both either really good or really bad.
No, they're all Scott Boras players. That fuck.
Oh, I guess
that
so. I mean, Scott
fuck.
Boras has got a lot of class.
That fuck. I mean, I get getting the most money for your players, but that fuck is holding up everything.
That's what Scott Boras does.
Because nobody wants to pay Blake Snell $300 million. Nobody's gonna do it. Nobody wants to pay Bellinger $300 million. Nobody wants to pay Matt Chapman all that money. But Boras stands his
Snell is
fucking
unsigned.
ground.
I forgot Snell is still unsigned.
That's why I'm so pissed that Pete Alonso signed Scott Boras. That sucks. Because he's going to go to the Mets
Yeah,
next
Scott Boras.
He's going to go to the Mets and be like,
Scott
I
Boras
want
is perfectly
$40
happy.
million.
Scott Boras will hold out like into spring training. He doesn't care.
It's fucking bullshit, man. It sucks. I'm so upset that Pete Alonso signed with Boras because that means he's probably not coming back to the Mets. He's going to go somewhere else and get $35 million a year.
Yeah,
It's tough.
but
That sucks.
I'm sobering up, and I should probably go to bed and go to work.
Yeah, I do need to shower, but I'm also like amped now because I got so angry about Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
And
I'm
Taylor
excited
Swift
for this
is,
Super Bowl.
I think. I would assume.
Taylor Swift is a witch. Can we just acknowledge? I was an avid Swiftie for
Yes, we know.
for a few years.
Yes, we know.
You were.
I stopped liking Taylor Swift before the Travis Kelce stuff. I just want to point that out.
I believe you.
I do not hate her because of Travis Kelce.
Isn't it
I hate her
it
because
weird?
She's a witch.
Isn't it weird that prior to 2019, George Soros didn't own her stuff? And post 2019, when George Soros like funded, I forget what it was. I don't know if he funded something or owns like rights to stuff, but that's when she like came out as a super uber liberal.
No, I don't think she's a liberal plant. A lot of things are liberal plants, but she's not one of them.
Yeah, she could be.
She could be.
She's
Could be.
well, if everything's a liberal plant, then nothing is a liberal.
No, I'm just saying she's one of the typical like Hollywood elite people that just live in their own
Yeah,
fucking
she's just
fantasy
an elitist.
land. They live in their own
She's just
fucking
one of those-
fairyland and don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, she's just one of those actresses or celebrities that have Trump derangement syndrome.
Well, yeah, they
they
hear
can't-
Trump talk about grabbing pussies and stuff, and it just it is what it is.
Yeah, that was not as
We're not going to be a political show. We're not going to be a political show.
Yeah, but hold on. But to that point, Taylor Swift has never came out against Trump or like really spoken.
Have you seen? Well, have you seen the theories that they're going to win the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl, and her and Travis Kelce are going to get up on that podium and say Biden 24 into the. That's like a legit.
Get the Pfizer vaccine.
That's a legit prediction. That like they're going to do
No,
their whole
they
little
won't.
speech on the podium, and then one of them's going to go, "Oh, Biden 2024."
Do you know how much?
I think that would win Trump the presidency because
Oh,
people
I think
out
so.
of spite
I think so.
would just vote the other way just to spite her.
Also,
Have you
I
have you
hope-
seen theories that that Biden's going to pull out in May and Michael Obama is going to run?
no, I haven't seen
But
that.
they're going
I
to wait.
saw
They're going
that.
to wait until May.
I haven't seen
I
that.
saw Megyn Kelly report on that. But, like, have you seen the James O'Keefe thing?
Yes.
Like, he was like on an undercover date with that guy from the intelligence. He said that's never going to happen.
Well, I don't think it will. I
Michelle
don't,
Obama's just not interested.
Well, it doesn't matter if she's not interested. 'cause-
Well, but I think. But you know what? To the Obamas' credit, they're not stupid. I don't think like Michelle is going to get exposed a lot if she were to run for president. I think, and I think they're smart enough to realize this probably isn't a good idea. Plus, the Obamas run the fucking country anyway. Who do you think
Yeah,
Biden's
he
getting?
Michelle took away my school lunches. And she
made
took
the
away,
fries
oh,
gross. That bitch.
dude, do you realize I hate Michelle Obama the most for this one thing?
She has a penis.
All my no, yes, she does. But no. All my childhood, Ben, Thomas, do you remember what I drank at McDonald's?
Milk. High C. Orange High C.
Orange High C for 10
Yep.
for 10 years.
Yep.
For 10 years, I had to go without Orange High C because she didn't ban High C. She banned Orange High C.
Hold on. And remember when she changed the chocolate milk from Pet to True?
No.
Yes.
Yes. The milk used to be Pet, and that was great milk.
I remember
And then
Pet
they
came
went
in the little
to
mini
True
cartons.
milk.
The little tiny cartons.
And then they went to True milk.
They went to True Milk.
But no, I mean, I know I've heard rumors from like Megyn Kelly that she's gonna do that, but I don't think it's actually gonna happen. And
I don't think she's
it
going to
did,
run either.
I don't think so. I don't think they're that.
Okay.
Gavin
If she does,
Newsom is the
I'm
Democrat
gonna
golden boy.
I'm going to become a politician, and I'm going to bring up the Orange High C because I know other people stubborn.
I'm a
I just
hundred.
wanna know
Listen, if
where
I
the
can
rock
figure out how to
comes from.
clip these videos and stuff, that's going on TikTok 100%.
Bro,
100%.
how do you like? You don't ban High C.
Just the
ban
orange. Just the
Who
orange.
thought of that? How do
Michelle.
you think of that?
And like the Obamas have already basically had a 12-year term anyway, because Barack Obama runs the country right now.
Exactly.
In a shadow campaign.
Exactly. Well, it's not just
Oh, Thomas,
Obama.
did you-
It's Obama and
Did you screen record this
Soros.
whole thing?
Yeah, I think it. Here, let me check. I'm pretty sure it's still recording.
Bro, hold on.
Yeah, it's still going.
That-
It's still going.
That will be the best.
I just got to figure out how to clip it. So like I figured out that it saves to my computer, the clips. I got to figure out how to like send it to my phone so I can like clip it and put it on
Yep.
TikTok and all that.
Oh, that'll be hilarious.
But yeah, but I can at the very least, I can save the entire video recording on here with audio and all
So
that.
this means now I can.
I spent like an hour. I spent like an hour prior to this, us doing this, like playing around with it, fiddling. That's
we
the
need
word I was
to
looking for,
have
fiddling with it.
our conspiracy episode then and get Steve.
Yeah.
on.
I'm down. Why don't we do it like after the Super Bowl ends? Let's do it.
Yeah,
We'll
once
get
the
Steven
Super
and
Bowl
we'll-
ends, we don't have much. We don't have anything to talk about for a couple weeks till baseball
Yeah.
starts.
Yeah, we'll
Alright.
get Steven. We'll have a few drinks and we'll just talk conspiracy theories and we'll record the whole thing.
Did
That-
did
that-
our did you cut the audio off after the? Did you cut the audio off, or stop recording, Ben?
Let me see.
Oh, I think you stopped
I
recording.
think it because I don't see the timer at the top anymore.
Oh well, shit nuggets. How long has that not been there?
I don't know. I don't know.
Damn,
Oh
man.
no. I hope it like just recently went off because we said some funny stuff.
Yeah, I know. I didn't notice until now.
Yeah, I didn't either.
It was still going when you were talking about going to bed, so we may have just missed out on the. I think we might have just missed out on most of the political talk for the last
Oh,
like
that's
5
probably good.
minutes or
That's
so.
probably good anyway.
Well, yeah.
Um,
But we don't get the Orange High C story. We don't
have
get
a
the Orange
screen
High C
recording.
Hey,
story.
that'll be a screen recording. That'll go on.
Yeah.
That'll
Oh,
go
that's
on
right. I can still put that out. Never mind. Yeah, you're right. I can still put that on TikTok. Never mind.
it's weird
You're
to
right.
cut off, but for real though, I am probably gonna go. 'Cause
That's
I want to go to bed.
Oh, and I may be last thing. I may be able to like cut the recording apart and send that like the audio. I don't know. I haven't played around enough with this
Maybe.
program.
Yeah, I don't know. Like if you can do it, let me know. I don't know what it does,
Yeah.
but I'm about done with the one from last week. I can probably get that up on Spotify tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah.
Awesome.
But yeah, I'll fiddle
So-
around on Sunday with the video and see what I
What
can
time,
do with
Thomas, are we going to your place on Saturday?
it. Whenever, dude. It don't matter. I mean, probably no
I'll just go
no
in-
earlier than noon.
Probably wake
I'll
up
say
and-
because I'll probably still be asleep. But
Yeah, I'll try and come later in the afternoon. I was like, I'll just get up when I get up.
yeah,
and
that's
I'll
fine.
get ready.
I was
That's
going to say, if you
that's
want to
fine.
golf Saturday morning,
Eh.
there you go.
Not particularly. Not particularly. I don't really want to do anything.
Alright.
Plus, I need to clean, dude. I need to clean. Our bathrooms need cleaning.
Yeah.
Bad. And we're gonna have guests.
We all
and-
need
I'm
to
gonna have
make
guests.
a note in the poop.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Ben, do you know
I'm
about
down.
this? We have a like a guest book in our guest bathroom that's like you can leave a review of how your poop went.
Yes, you told me
Okay,
that one
okay.
time. I don't remember when.
Yeah.
I would like to leave a review, please.
Yes.
That is something I do.
Well, then you have to take a poop. Then.
Yep. Gotta take a poop. Gotta take a poop.
I'll take 5 of them. I'll take 5 poops.
Boom. But yeah, I gotta clean these bathrooms bad.
Fair.
that
Fair,
guest
fair.
bathroom hasn't been cleaned in a while, so I need to clean that.
Yeah, it be like that.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, I guess I'll
All
talk
right.
to you guys then. Make sure to get Steven to come.
Yes.
I'll text him tomorrow and see. Well, let me see. I don't know if
Thomas, you're gonna see him tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I am. Good point. Good call.
I'm pretty sure he's coming.
I don't see why he wouldn't. I'm gonna make sure that it's like stocked with beer and stuff. We've got a Publix gift card, and I'm gonna Friday tomorrow. I'm gonna like go to Publix, or maybe Saturday morning. I'm gonna go to Publix and get beer and soda and snacks.
Oh, Baja
And I have 2 full trays, like trays, of enchiladas and rice. If we want to do that instead of ordering food.
Wow.
That Lee's
They
parents gave
took
to
our
us.
gerbs.
I can be Mexican.
They're good, man. They are good. Well, I need to cook them, but they are good.
Yeah, well-
Lee's parents just made fucking a bazillion trays and gave us a couple trays of food.
Bro, I'll eat some. Dude, Mexican food's the best.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's pretty good. It's good stuff.
Mexican.
Anyway,
We got a
yeah.
Mexican.
Yeah, we can call it because I do need to shower before bed, and I probably need to take Monty out one more time. I'm surprised he hasn't been in here bugging me this entire time. After
Yeah.
the first
Yeah,
like 10
bro.
minutes.
My guy.
Oh, he is
Shit.
sacked.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, I can hear him drinking
He's-
water.
You see the good girl over there?
I do.
Ben,
Probably
I'm not gonna lie. I forgot you had a dog.
Well, no, she right there. She right there.
There he is. Did you hear me
Monty.
call? Did you hear me say your name? Is that what? Is that why you got up?
Right. Yeah, she probably needs to go out too, so I'm gonna bounce. But
Yeah,
I'll see
Monty's
you guys.
probably
later.
sacked out.
Peace out, homies.
Yes.
Yes, great success.
Great success.
Very nice.
Give me your tears, Gypsy.